What's going on, guys? So we just hit 5:30. Just left the house. We are heading to Alabama. It's a new year and a new day. Happy New Year's to everybody. So it's January 1, 2022. 2021 is gone, thank God. We are moving on. So anyways, yeah, we're heading to Alabama. I've kind of had this trip planned for a while. Talked a buddy into going with me. Didn't even actually have to talk him into it. Just mentioned it to him, and I didn't have anybody that was willing to go. And anyways, this guy was willing to go, and so anyhow, he got a little antsy. Got down there a day before me. I couldn't leave because the wife had plans to have a little New Year's Eve thing last night, so I had to hang out around the house for that. So I'm just now getting in the road. It's, I don't know, probably about 7:45. Supposed to be there about noon. So yeah, it's there's a big cold front moving across the country right now, like a real big cold front. They're actually saying that in North Alabama could be a little snow on Sunday, so we'll see how that works out. But anyways, he got down there a little bit before me. Him and I both been sending pins back and forth on Onyx for the last, I don't know, probably week and a half. And he jumped in a boat. He hauled a boat down there with him. I've got the kayak in here with me. And so anyways, he found some real good sign. First sit yesterday, observation hunt. He seen 3 bucks, so that's a solid plus. I have a 10-day tag, so it starts today. I'm only going to get to hunt probably about 5 days, and then I've got to cut out and go to the ATA show. So yeah, we're going to see if we can get it done. But I mean, we found us a place over in Alabama that's bow only, doesn't come in until late December. Hoping there's not a lot of dedicated bow hunters and they're all out rifle hunting. But the rut in Alabama is supposed to hit, you know, early 2 weeks of January is what they say. And so I like to hunt, you know, as all y'all know from watching the page, I like to hunt pre-rut. It's probably my favorite time of year to be in the woods. And anyways, so hopefully we catch that pre-rut. And if it's rut, well, that's fine too. But I'm actually kind of excited. It's supposed to rain all day today and all day tomorrow. So a lot of people would, you know, they'd put a damper on them. They, oh no, you know, I paid to go hunt and it's going to rain. I enjoy it. And the reason being is I can scout and it washes my sun away as I'm going through. So that's the game plan for today. We're heading towards Memphis and then across over to Alabama. And so the game plan today is to get there about 12:30, and I'm going to actually drive straight to that piece of public. Eric's been scouting from a boat, and I'm going to put Miles down on the ground because that's how I do it. You know, he likes that boat stuff. I like that walking stuff. He likes to walk too, but it's better to divide and conquer. The game plan is you know, whoever finds the deer, that's where we're going to hunt at. So I'm going to go do some ground and pound this afternoon, do some slipping, see what I can find. I really think the reason I got the kayak, I'm not going to tote it all the way to Alabama for nothing. I really think that I have an idea of a really solid spot. They've got some, can't say what they got because I don't want to give away the WMA for guys that actually are hunting it, that are locals. But there's a hard to get to section of this that it looks like there's some kind of little river or something. And I would have to drag the kayak probably 1,000 yards to even get to the point I could put it in. And so I'm really hoping that area is not touched very much. We're fixing to find out. So stick with us, guys. We're heading to Alabama. Alright, so we've been in Alabama for about an hour, and anyways, this is tore up. This is the ditch that I found on the map before I came down here. It runs way down and around, and then back over this way. It runs east and west, and I'm trying to get to the north side of it. I got the kayak in the truck. I got some chest waders. The south side, there's definitely some people sign, and it looks like they've been trying to cross this, but it's too deep. You're gonna have to drag a kayak in here. Anyways, so it's probably about 1,000-yard drag for a kayak. I don't know that I'll do it today, but if we don't find anything else, I might do it tomorrow morning just to get in there and see what it looks like, because you can tell how thick that is. The other side of it's a big ridge, and there's a pine plantation to the east of it, and then a bunch of ag fields and stuff to the north of it. So anyways, it'd be really nice to get on that side, but we're probably gonna slide on down this, see what else we see. I'm trying to see if we can find a beaver dam. Eric's back here, and then see what happens. Them's fresh too. What a tree. All right, so we were putting down some miles. There's just not. That's a deer sign. You've seen the trails. There he is. But there's not what I'm looking for. I haven't even found any good sized rubs. So I got way back in here where I'm at. And it is, it looks right in here, boy. It's nasty. Real thick, so measurable. Fixing to ease off this. Go up that other finger. There's no people sign back here. Zero. I haven't seen any people signing 3 miles. All right, we ended up jumping 2 bucks. Eric and I got split up because we're hard-headed. He went to the bottom, I stayed up top. Anyways, I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna hunt here or not. Definitely found some deer sign, but it's not easy to get to. And I'm gonna have to debate on if the sign I found is worth it. So we'll figure it out.
Right now in Lincoln County, but we are tracking some non-severe but strong wind gusts. This is just north of Fayetteville. Thank you for taking that full screen.
Good morning. All right, well, I just dropped Eric off at his spot. I forgot to do an interview with him and I both in here. But anyways, so what we found over here is Eric is going into a big waterfowl thing. It's bow hunt only, but it's a huge CRP. Like, I don't know, probably 600 acres worth. And it's walk-in access only. So anyways, he's gonna go in there, and I think he's gonna try to climb a high tree where he's looking over that CRP and try to figure out where those deer are bedding at, or see if he can find some sign coming in and out. The place I went into yesterday, y'all seen the sign that we found over there, and we literally got like 5 inches of rain last night. So the little bayou that I crossed yesterday that, you know, I was assuming I'd probably be able to cross with waders today, I bet I can't. So I've got another spot over here. There's another little river thing. It looks like I can cross it, so I've got the waders in the back, and I'm gonna slip over here this morning, try to get in here. It's, I don't know, about an hour before daylight. My hope is to be across that ditch by about daylight, so that I can kind of slip in. It's extremely wet, obviously, with all the rain we got last night, but so that I can slip in pretty quiet and maybe have enough light to pick a good spot. It's supposed to start storming again about noon, so my game plan is to hopefully be set up by about 7:30 and trying to catch those deer moving around feeding before they go lay back up before this next rain. So I guess I know it's hard to see. It's cracking daylight. Anyways, spot 1 was a bust. There was a ditch over here that yesterday, whenever we came down here, right after that rain front dumped about 2 inches of rain. And this little river thing was probably, I don't know, 2 foot deep. So anyways, I come in now. I started on the low side thinking that all that water would hit that low and kind of flatten out. Wouldn't be as deep, might be wider. That's a bust. It can't get across it down there. It's overhead high. And up here where yesterday it was about 2 foot deep. I don't know, I got up to my bullet holders and my wader, and it's strong current. So anyways, I backed back out of that. So Eric is on the west side of some CRP. Can't give up, so I'm heading to the truck. Left my stuff down there on the ground. I'm heading to the truck. I'm gonna get the truck, pick my stuff up real quick, roll out as fast as I can, get back over that other side, and hopefully get in on the east side of that stuff and of that CRP, and see if I can at least see some deer this morning. So I don't know. You know how it goes. The grind continues. Alright guys, I'm back. I'm at spot number 2. And I already seen a deer over here standing down this wood line. I'm fixing to bust it out when I get in, but it is what it is. So en route over here, it's not a mile, but anyways, these deer, it looks like they're coming from these private land blocks, timber. You can see across this an old cotton field. Big CRP on that side. Anyways, it looks like they're coming across these fields, getting back over here to the CRP. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk, it's about a mile back, but I'm gonna try to get on the south side of the CRP in between it and the river and see if I can catch some movement back and forth to that CRP before this front. Alright, so it's 7:38. My first sit here in Alabama. I'm doing something that you won't see me do very often, which is sitting on a spot because of how it looks, not based off the deer sign.
What's going on, guys? As you can tell, I got some pigs close to me, if you could hear that. I just got set up here in Alabama. Pig fixing to mess up. Out here with Clifton Denny with On Your Own Outdoors. We're gonna see what we can put down in the next 4 or 5 days. Fellas, we just got our first deer down here in Alabama. some public ground. I think that's my first deer I've ever shot on video. I've got a lot of footage of them, but just never shot one on video. I was pretty fired up, kind of shaking even on the old doe. We're gonna hang in here for a little while. You can kill 2 a day out here. I'm waiting on my buck now. Well, we got her down. I hate I didn't get any of the tracking footage, but we're kind of in a hurry. Got a big storm coming in. It's coming across Arkansas right now. It's in Mississippi. Headed this way, but big Alabama doe down.
The observation did exactly what it should. These deer are working around these thickets, and I'm kind of in a little open area over here. They're not using these fields, which is good news, but I wanted to sit this first day where I could see them. So I'm about, I don't know, just over a mile from the truck. This spot I actually want to go to is probably another 3/4. But the wind in that spot will be perfect. It's 11 o'clock. That rain has pushed back till 1. I'm doing something right now that I'm in my second tree. I walked about another 1.5 miles after I got down. I'm doing something now that I always talk about not doing, but there's a reason. So I usually don't hunt the top of ridges, but I came back here, I made a big circle through this public land. There's 2 high spots back here right above the river, and I got up here, and y'all just seen the size of the rubs. Those are the biggest rubs that I've seen in probably 11 or 12 miles of walking. So by track, that deer seems like he is coming from the east. He's getting here, and he's heading into the northwest. Now, the reason I'm on top, we have a wind out of the northwest. So if he tried to do that, it's perfect wind for him to want to do that. So anyways, it's a big deer sign. I came to Alabama as a meat trip, stacking bodies, and here I am chasing a big deer. I don't know.
All right, well, the first morning rather is in the books. It's 1:20. We're running a little behind getting back in here. We had some miscommunication. I thought we was gonna sit until about noon, and Eric thought that because the original plan was we was gonna leave at 11. So anyways, Eric killed him a doe this morning, and I saw, I don't know, I think out of the tree I seen 3 or 5. I don't know if 2 of them was the same one or not, but anyways, I made me about a 2-mile loop in there, found me some good sign, and so I'm on a pretty good deer. All right, so I'm walking in. Let me tell you all a little something about Alabama. Kyle, I appreciate your hospitality. So anyways, I'm up at the parking area getting ready to go in, and I'm gonna tell you, Alabama's got some of the nicest people I've met yet traveling across the nation and hunting. This guy pulled up, you know, was nice enough to ask, you know, the direction I was going. I told him. Come to find out, the spot I'm going in and hunting, my stuff's already in the tree, but it's one of his regular spots. He's got a camera in there and such. And anyways, dude was nice enough that he was like, hey man, you're from out of town, go get it. So Kyle, appreciate it, buddy, and maybe I can get 1 kill for you. But anyways, remember guys, we're all out here for the same thing. You know, I've done what he's done many a times, meeting people from out of state in Arkansas, kind of trying to help them. I mean, at the end of the day, we all want to be successful. So, yeah, man, I appreciate that guy. And to everybody else, let's go.
All right, well, we're back here in the tree. We was a little late. Got in here about 2:10. We've got some really good trails coming up on top of this knoll. Some buck sign, look like some good deer sign too, good buck. And so anyways, we hang out here till dark, see what happens. When I got down at lunch, it was easing out. This whole little saddle right here is tore up. There's a bunch of tracks in here. Like I said, I met a local who was telling me that there's some good deer in here, which is awesome, man. Meeting a local and finding one that will tell you the quality of deer. I don't care about your spot. I don't care about how many deer you see. I don't care about any of that. What I do care about is if I can get somebody to be like, you know, telling me that, hey, you know, there are some 140s out here, there are some 120s out here, or, you know, hey, you know, 100-inch deer is a big deer for this area. We don't know anything about this place in Alabama, so super cool of that guy to kind of square me away on what kind of deer are out here on this place. So we're here to stack bodies. We're trying to fill freezers in Alabama. It's freaking amateur hour in the deer stand. 125-inch 8-point. Looked up and he was 60 yards from me, maybe. It's too thick to shoot that way, and then I hit my grunt call, not realizing water had got in it. And when I hit the damn grunt call, it cracked. He broke. Bro, he actually crossed me at like 45, but it's too thick. Can't do nothing about it. Can't get the son of a gun on camera, but that's probably a 400-pound hog. He is huge. Let him come over here. We'll see what we can do with him.
I don't think we came to Alabama for this. It ought to be a pretty interesting hunt in the morning, Eric. All right, guys, it's day 2 in Alabama, and we woke up to a little white stuff this morning, so. We're gonna see how this goes this morning. We didn't sleep in too late though, so that's a plus. Eric's finishing getting his stuff on. I'm making sure the truck's good to go. Oh.
Alright, I don't know how much you can see or how much you can hear, because it's bad windy, but it's the second morning here in Alabama. We woke up to a snow blanket, and anyways, I left a lot of my stuff in the tree yesterday afternoon. Got in here, everything's frozen. So anyways, it's just now, it's January 3rd. It's 6:32 in the morning. I've been able to see for about 15 minutes. Just the camera light's bad, but obviously with all the snow, I can see really well. winds are supposed to be pretty high for the next hour, and then the winds lay down. And I think when the wind lays down, it could get good.
What's going on, guys? It's January 3rd, I think. Here on some Alabama public land. We put a doe down yesterday morning, and we saw a real good buck last night finally. It was raining, didn't have the camera on, didn't have it out, had it hid from the rain. We've managed to pretty well bust a buck already this morning. Couldn't tell what it was, trying to put my clothes on up in this little stand I'm in. And had a coyote get by us. But we ready now.
It's 8:20, and we haven't seen anything. And so my buddy, who is over on that west side, I don't know, he's seen three or four, and a coyote this morning. Saw a couple bucks, a doe, and a button buck. That coyote. He's having some pretty good hunts on that side. Anyways, it is a beautiful, cold morning. Probably one of the prettiest mornings I've ever seen in the woods. It's awesome. However, if you've watched any of my hunting videos, you have heard me talk about know when to hold them and know when to fold them. I'm fixing to fold them. So I said I was going to ride it out till about 10, but I also thought I would probably see a deer early in here. I think what's happened is back here on this saddle I'm in, I think they've done wiped out the acorns on it, and so they're just not using it anymore. I did find an acorn tree about 100 yards south of here, or north of here rather. But yeah, that was dropping, and that's where that buck came from yesterday. I'm gonna get down, figure out how in the hell I'm gonna pack all this on my stand, because I have one strap and it's frozen. We are also gonna head to the west side. I don't know, I mean, where I plan on setting up, still 7/10 of a mile south of Eric. So almost a mile. I mean, 3/4 of a mile in further than where he's at. He's in an awesome spot.
So we just got to the base of the tree. It took me about 25 minutes because of this. Everything's frozen. Every mechanical piece of equipment, camera arm, camera release, everything. I've had to do that too for like 5 minutes.